Blessing Okoro Nkiruka, also known as Blessing CEO, who is a well-known social media influencer, blogger, entrepreneur, and relationship expert. She's well known for her controversial acts, relationship-focused films on her dating website, Break or Makeup, and more. Great to have you both.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you.
Great to have you both. Now, Blessing CEO, you and controversy work hand in hand. So I know that today is going to be quite an interesting one. My co-host and I were talking initially about women and material things. Now, do you think women attach too much emphasis to material things? Do you think they've lost sight of their own potential values as individuals and focus more on what they think they can get out of men?
I don't think so, because we are built that way. Even in the Bible, when God created Eve, everything was already beautiful. We came into a very beautiful garden just to enjoy. So I don't think so. Women are built out of beautiful stuff. What would a man be doing with his life if not making a woman happy, giving her money? That's what they're created for.
You say giving her money. Can't a woman herself earn her own money?
Men are like ladders. So we use them to climb. Yes, that's what it is.
You use them to climb?
We use them to climb. Yeah, I used to tell women that a man's money is your plan A, your money is your plan B. That plan B is when the man decides to start to mess up, you fall back to what you have, what you've gotten from him, what you've planted. You get the seed from him, you plant it, it germinates.
How many women plant seeds?
That's the problem.
Because that's an issue.
Not every woman has the IQ to plant. You can't force them. I used to say in Igbo language, we have Oliako, we have Odoziako. It simply means there are women that are coming to chop money, and there are women that are coming to also invest money, depending on the one you want.
Yeah, but this chop money matter, like we were saying. The truth of the matter is, I've heard of instances where in our days, I can't say in our days, but in those days, in more my days and the days of my mothers, and even some women today, they started with their spouses where they had nothing. Some women even worked to spend money to pay school fees for their spouses at that time. And then these people are now billionaires today. They started from scratch. I know I sound like a broken record or I sound outdated, but the truth of the matter is, are you saying that it's discouraging? Would you encourage young girls who are with partners who really don't have much to support their partners financially?
You can support if you have, but I think it's a very big risk. I would say anything you want to give a man, give it to yourself.
Yeah, but it's to help the man grow. Maybe
grow yourself. Let the man grow himself.
I'm going to bring in Fayose with the next question before I come to that.
Is love.
Okay. Now that you have said that, Blessing, what is that one? Who you go follow?
No money now.
What if it's a terminal illness? Money will pay for the bills, but what if you just have this 5 months to 1 year to live? Don't you want to spend it with the love of your life?
Your love. It's what you give yourself that is love. Love doesn't exist with another person. That's what we need to understand. Any other thing people want to give you is kindness. It's just a show of support or pity. So let's stop coining this.
But are you saying love doesn't exist?
It's an illusion if we want to be, if we want to be factual, because it's an emotion. That's like we said. There is no love without money. You need finance to make it sweet. Others are.
That's not true. I disagree with that. You know why? Because when you're young, for instance, I mean, let me not use myself, because I mean, I think I'm outdated. But I see young people who love each other. They go to the park, or they go and watch an art show or whatever. They're not really.
They are young because they are still a bit dependent. I used to be in love when I was still collecting money from my parents, paying school fees. I wasn't working, but when I started working, I started understanding that this thing I was calling love, they'll give you school fees, you use it, you're in university, your parents give you school fees, you pay for a man, you can still collect money from your parents, but by the time you become independent, that love, you now understand that.
So in other words, you're saying it doesn't exist without money. There's no love.
Finance is it.
Have you felt the emotion of love? That deep emotion, you've naturally felt it?
I felt it, but I have money. Now, it works in two ways. Now, it's vice versa. Initially, men work for women, but now women have started working. Now, you can love a man that does not have money, but you have money. So it has balanced
But
the
won't
equation.
disrespect come into play in that?
That's when we tell the man to work, because I am now the man. I have collected your birthright. That is what it is. So men are givers by nature. Women are collectors and keepers by nature. No matter how we want to twist it, how we want to coin it, whether abroad, whether Nigeria or whatever, there is this thing when my mom will say, my mom is very, if I want to analyze my mom and my dad, she's more wealthy than my dad. But she said there's this thing when you collect money from a man. If you don't collect money from a man, he will give it to other women. Men are givers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I'm finding it difficult to comprehend why you cannot love and give naturally. Why? Yes, money
build
is
the wealth
important,
together.
but is it the total overall dominating factor in all relationships?
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son.
You came prepared today.
God gave us his son, and that was love. Without giving, there is no love. That's noise.
My question for you is in two parts. First of all, can you tell us your ideal man? A man that will give you flutters, butterflies, make your heart beat. What's your ideal man?
Billionaire, I'm sure. In dollars.
He doesn't have to be a billionaire,
Okay.
but he has to be ambitious. I need to see the zest to walk.
Okay.
I'm a very ambitious woman. I need a man that can push me and I can push him. I don't want a man that will kill my vibe. I want a man that if I'm saying something, he can contribute.
Okay.
You don't have to be super duper rich. And I think that's where our young men are losing it today. Women are not even saying have money. Now let me tell you where this money thing came in. Money thing came in when we saw that men cannot give us any other thing apart from money. Take away money, a lot of men don't have anything to bring to the table. That's the honest truth. They can't hold conversation.
Wow.
Some people say, okay, he was the young man that spoke was talking about his wife, blah blah blah. He's talking about abroad, in Nigeria here. Most men will tell you, what do you have to bring to the table?
Exactly, what are you bringing to the
But
table?
in every honesty, so many men do not want you to bring anything to the table. Do you know why? They are looking for women that they can control.
Control.
But men bring a lot. Loyalty, friendship, companionship.
That's what you're trying to say.
That loyalty is debatable.
Family.
That's what do you have to bring to the table is just some of them don't even understand. They don't like powerful women. They don't
Yeah.
like ambition.
I
They like
agree.
domas.
Yes.
They like the women that they can move from the left to the right. And you know when you're a woman and you have a money of your own, you can say no, you can say yes.
So you're not. as
We're
easy to
talking
manage.
about submission one day, and one man said my wife wasn't submissive black. And I said there's a difference between submission and obedience. Many women are not submissive, they are obedient because of what they are getting from the man. What's the meaning of submission? I have my money, I can fly to London, and I tell you, baby, I want to fly to London, and you tell me don't go. And I decide not to go, but I have the money. Not the one that you are not going because the man is not paying the flight ticket. That's the kind of women that we have. And that's the kind of women that men like. Men like control.
Which brings me to the second part of the question. So I asked you what your ideal man is, and what I got from that is that you like an ambitious man who's a good go-getter, a good communicator. So if you meet this man and he doesn't have money and you have money, are you willing to be that sugar mommy? Give him part of
Okay, go ahead.
give him part of your money, help him grow because he's ambitious, so he can double
has
that money,
potential.
triple that money. He has potentials.
Okay.
Are you willing to be the giver in the initial stages, and then you both get to a point where you build together?
Yes, because women have done it in the past.
I can't be a sugar mom because sugar is diabetes. Number one, if you are ambitious, you would have something going. I can push you, but I cannot start with you.
So you give them money.
I used to say something. When you start up for people, they get lazy. Be in a movement, let people push you, it's easier. But when you're dragging someone, you're using so much energy. I've seen women that try to, you give them 10 million for business. Be doing something, be driving Uber. Let me see you and say, oh, this guy is driving Uber. Let me buy you 2 more taxis to manage. Sell pure water. Let me increase it to bottled water. I don't invest in people who have not started, people who want to. I want to Oga start it. Then I can now
But
help.
speaking of which, you've also said that men should also know their level. You spoke about an instance where somebody saw you in a business class and he now wanted to buy you a ticket, an economy ticket. I also told you about an instance where a couple went to the airport and the man was supposed to buy her ticket. He bought her economy, she told him down and bought business class. So do you also think that men themselves should stick to their certain levels rather than being overly ambitious if they don't have what it takes to meet the woman on her page.
That's exactly what he's saying. I wanted to also. He said he married 2 wives. They're ambitious. He's also ambitious. So they met in a particular place. And he said he already has a kind of spec of women that he wants. So as a man, there's a woman for you. If you're earning 20,000 naira, there's a girl you will give 2,000 naira to braid her hair all back. There are some girls that even like natural hair. They don't retouch their hair. And the ones that why do you people like to go for the ones that you cannot afford?
That's true. Anyway, on that note, let's go on a break. This is a very interesting topic.